Today's topic is about Vue.js. As the name implies, it's related to JavaScript, and it is a framework that is very useful in the modern web application development. So that's why that is the topic we will discuss. And we will talk about what Vue.js is and how to initialize the Vue application and learn about the purpose as a reactive UI framework and how to add Vue to a web page using script or other text. And we will also talk about why CDN is useful and how can it be used. Then, before we go in depth of it, let's learn about what is a front-end framework. A front-end framework provides a structure for building the UI of a website. It includes pre-built components, templates, and other best practice. It helps developers to build interface, as you heard about it, and it is about front-end. Therefore, we would learn about how to improve the interface, not just the plain HTML nor those plain JavaScript. Right? Okay, that are consistent, responsive, and easy to maintain. And the example includes the Vue.JS, React, Angular, Bootstrap. Okay, so you may heard about it. And why we need it? Because first of all, we would like to have a reactive UI, the user interface. The interface will update itself when the data change, and the UI will update the data automatically. We don't need to reload. Okay, that is a very important usage. And in the good old days, you may heard about Ajax. Okay, AJIX. Okay, it is another framework. Okay, aimed to provide the structure for data update. However, nowadays, okay, we can have the framework that can allow the data to be updated without any manual this kind of dynamic object manipulation, the DOM manipulation. And it is also the front-end framework is component-based architecture. It allows the components to be reusable. They can be used in different web page, and it can be easier for debugging. And also, the project structure is expected to be cleaner, and it should be more team-friendly development as it is a more component-based. So that is the basic of why we would like to learn the front-end framework. Then why Vue.js? Now, Vue.js is a progressive JavaScript framework. As again, .js implies this is related to and actually based on the JavaScript used for building user interfaces and single-page applications, SPA. It focuses on being approachable, lightweight, flexible, making it particularly good choice and a popular choice for beginners and professionals alike. Before I go in depth about it, okay, let me show you a video. It is a very good video, okay, to explain it.
Vue.js. It's a JavaScript framework for building front-end UIs. In Vue, you can start simple and then progressively add in the tools and features that you need to build a complex web application. At its core, it provides a way to build components that encapsulate data or state in your JavaScript and then connect that state reactively to a template in HTML. We call these components declarative views because the same data inputs will always produce the same output in the visual UI. When we declare data on this data object, it links or binds it to the HTML on the template above. When the value of the data changes, the component will automatically re-render, or in other words, it's reactive. And the framework does a ton of work under the hood to make sure that this process is performant across a huge component tree. We can work with this data in the template thanks to Vue's HTML-based template syntax. We can interpolate a value or expression using double braces. And we also have a variety of directives to control the behavior of the HTML based on the data. We can use VIF to only render an element when the value on the right side is truthy. And then we might have a fallback element after that that's only rendered when the value is falsy with VElse. We can make the app interactive by listening to events. Using the VON directive, we can listen to an event on an element, then run some code to handle that event on the right side. We can do that directly in the template or define a custom method in the component's methods object. The method has access to our reactive data, and that means all we have to do is change the value of the data and the component will automatically re-render. And that's all it takes to build an interactive reactive declarative UI component with Vue. The framework is loved by developers for this simplicity, but also its ability to scale up in complexity incrementally. Its plugin system allows you to easily drop in things like a router, state management, Firebase support, and more. And perhaps best of all, it's not sponsored by some mega corporation. It's not pressured to push out new releases all the time and does a great job listening to its community. This has been Vue.js in 100 seconds. Stay tuned for a full-length tutorial here on YouTube in the near future.
Okay, so that is the background. Okay, give you a very quick introduction from this video about the Vue.js. And when we look into the Vue.js, okay, there are quite a number of reasons it is widely used. And for example, it is a progressive framework. It means that you can start small and drop Vue into an HTML page or scale up to full application with routing, state management, and build tools. Just like when we compare with what we have discussed previously on Laravel, we know that when we start to set it up, okay, we need to know about the whole structure, right? And in this lesson, I will talk about how we can make use of the Vue.js with minimal, I would say minimal of the setup so that you can change the content and let you know about how we can evolve from HTML file to the Vue.js file. And then it is component based. As mentioned, Vue application is built from reusable components that bundle HTML, CSS, and JavaScript into self-contained units. And we call it also a reactive data system. It means that when your data changes, the UI will update automatically. This reactivity is one of the Vue's most praised features. It means that when the data changed, okay, the corresponding data to be displayed in your web page will update automatically. So it is very useful and important features to keep the web page updated synchronously with the data source. And decorative templating. Okay, we will extend HTML with directive, just like VIF, V4, and vModel to make it easy to bind data and control rendering. Okay, that is something that we will talk about. And more importantly, it allows fast development and give the response fast. Okay, which is also important, especially when we have to update to allow the data to be available. And relatively, it is easier to learn. And as mentioned, it is a component-based architecture. Therefore, the created components can be reused and can be used to other projects. It means that you don't need to build full application from scratch. You can use the created components to be applicable to other project developments. That is undoubtedly very important feature. Let's start with the first application. So undoubtedly it is the hardware,